And yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Deadly Not a Butter Podcast, episode 17. Yes, I know. Once I took last week off. Last week I decided to do a review of Doom Eternal. I uploaded that to YouTube, and I was like, you know what? That's good enough right now. That's good enough. Like, to be fair, definitely not like a podcast at all, but at the same time, it takes a little bit more time because I had to, first and foremost, play the game and get some actual B-roll, type up a little script thing, which some of it was scripted, I'll be honest. I didn't do the whole thing off the cuff, but still. And then did the audio recording and then put it in Premiere. Put the B-roll in Premiere. I mean, it wasn't like super editing intensive, but it's definitely about the same, if not more, time to do a podcast episode. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do any more right now. I could have done more. Maybe I should have, but that's neither here nor there now. Back with another episode. I'll be honest, not a fan of my own review. It could have been better, obviously, as they all should be, but my own review was just wasn't happy with it. I mean, I still uploaded it because I felt like I had to have something out there, but it's been a while since I've done a review. It's like I don't want to say first game review. I think I've done a review for Borderlands 3, but I haven't done a review like the one I did for Doom. If that makes sense. Like, most of the time I do like actual video, like me on video as like a host or whatever personality. This time I'm gonna do any of that. So who knows? Maybe I should have done that and not the way I did that. So who cares? It's done. It's over. Might do something more like that later on though. I'm really struggling here because of my fucking internet issues. Like, it's so irritating. So very irritating. Like, it's beyond irritating. Most people here might be able to relate, but it's just like my stream was popping. It was popping. It was going great. And then last Tuesday was it. It was dead. Like, I got on and like my internet just tanked. It's been tanking for a while. And I had a technician out here, and I had a couple of other people. They were working on the box outside my apartment, and I assumed it was fixed. It was working a little bit better. Well, actually a lot bit better from what it was like late last week, and then it tanked again. It's tanked hard. Like, I don't understand. Normally I have speeds like I'll have 400 megabits download and 20 megabits upload. Not getting that at all, like barely. Like, sometimes I'll get about 300 to 200 or 200 to 300 download, but when it comes to upload, man, I'm barely getting that, barely. And sometimes what's weird and annoying is that when I do I have to do the actual speed test by the internet service provider. I can't use an outside source, so I have to go with them, and it's kind of funny when it does not work out the way they want it to work out. They're like, oh, we guarantee our servers will connect at those speeds, but we can't guarantee that the other people's servers will connect at that speed. And that's what we're at right now. That's where I'm at. Well, not really, actually. The Spectrum, the internet test shows me not getting my speeds I'm paying for at all. And it's funny watching their faces and hearing it in their voice on the call, like, oh, well, maybe it was a mistake. Try again. It's like, okay, motherfucker, I'll try again for sure. Oh, and I tried again. It still says 100 download. Maybe. I think the worst I saw was 20 download and 0 upload. And the guy was like, we'll send somebody out right away. It was just an embarrassment. I don't understand why it has to be like this. It shouldn't be like this. First and foremost, it should not be like this at all. Like, I don't know what happened. It could be because people were in quarantine, people were on stay-at-home order and all this and that, but you know what? It's winding down. Like, it's like these orders and quarantines are starting to wind down, which is a whole other thing I can get into. But it's starting to wind down. People are not staying home. So, like, the lane should be cleared a little bit here. Should be a little galloping room here. But no, it appears it is now the exact opposite. And I don't know what the deal is. I don't. And like, what's weird even still is like when I go to the home page of Spectrum, you can actually reset your modem from, the website. I guess that's the way they want you to do it, which is fine. I can do that. But even then, it says unable to reset your equipment. And even then, it says internet status. Your service may not be giving you peak performance. No shit. Please view your equipment status below to troubleshoot your connection. And guess what? I've done that. I've manually reset it. I've unplugged it. I don't know. I think, the silly... I don't think it is, though. I was going to say, maybe it's the actual Ethernet cable. Maybe that's broken for some reason, but my modem internet status would be saying perfect, but it doesn't. And it's so sad. It's so sad because, again, before last week, my stream was popping. It was great. It was going grand. And then this happens, and then it just feels like, well, that fucking sucks. Now I got to start all over again because I can't stream. I can't be there, and I'm missing out. Feels like I'm missing out, and it's just like it's irritating and frustrating because like I was on a high. I was like, yes, I'm making it. I'm doing it. Here I go, and then it just fucking tanks. It just tanks, and it fucking sucks. It really fucking sucks because I was really feeling good about myself for a bit there. Feeling pretty good. Feeling like I don't know what I was feeling like. But it felt good. It felt really good. And now it's kind of like gone. This is the second time it's happened, by the way. Second time it's happened. Maybe back in December, I was I think I was streaming Borderlands 3 at the time. Maybe Borderlands 2, one of the Borderlands games. And the same thing happened. I got raided by a big streamer. And things were popping, things were good, and then all of a sudden, internet speeds fucking tanked hard. And then and I wasn't available obviously I wasn't streaming for a couple of days, and then none of them showed back up. Big sad, big sad. I was like, it's so annoying because I want people to watch me because they want to watch me. But if I'm not there, they're obviously not going to watch me. They're not going to watch somebody who's not going to be there. So it really kind of weighs on you when that happens. It's like, okay, of course, the internet speeds tank, and then I can't, be on here, be on Twitch streaming. It's just like, it just sucks. There's no other way to put it. There was no other way to really put it. It just sucks. I don't know. I just felt like I was feeling really good about myself. And then this happened. And I was like, wow, never mind. I will go back to feeling bad about myself again, because that's how it do be sometimes. But yeah, it sucks. I don't know how else to end it, but hopefully I'll be getting it in working order soon. I guess I'll sleep on it tonight. And then tomorrow, if it's still pretty jacked up, obviously I'm going to call them, be like, hey, I had your boys out here last week. They were working on it. They didn't say anything to me, but they were working on it. And I just assumed that it would be better by now, but it's not better. It's the same. It's the exact same. I would rate this a 1 out of 5 star experience for not helping my issues at all. And I have no flex power. Here. Like, I think it would be way different if I was an actual making money on Twitch. Be like, hey, this is a business thing, but obviously I'm not. So it seems recreational, and I don't want it to seem that way. I want it to seem, I want to take it. I'm taking it seriously, as seriously as I can get it to go. Obviously, very unserious with this internet problem, but And damn, like I see some of these big streamers, they have like fiber optic cable like hooked up to their fucking place, and they get like obviously the best speeds possible because It's fiber optic here. But me, poverty boy status. And that's the weird thing too. Like, I was getting good speeds for a good amount of time, for a great amount of time actually, since I fixed the first time back in December. So 4 months straight, getting great speeds, not having a single hiccup at all, not a single one. I think maybe one time I had to reset my my modem, and that was it, and it was fine after that. But other than that, it's been fine. It's been great. It's been rocking. But now it's not rocking. It's the opposite of rocking. It is stalemate. It is not good. I want it. Oh, I'm so, I don't know. Normally I'd be like really pumped and pissed about it, but like, I don't know. I just feel defeated. Like, the whole stay-at-home order, everything, working from home, all this shit piling up. It's like, oh, yeah, that figures, I guess. And now it's sad. It's just sad. But shit, at least there was some good news today. I don't know if you guys saw. Really good news, sort of. Last of Us Part 2. Sorry. The Last of Us Part 2 will be coming out in June. So we got that to look forward to. Can't wait. It'll be coming out for PlayStation 4, which is awesome because I have PlayStation 4. And I was kind of speculating that it would come out for just PlayStation 5. I wouldn't put it past them, but still, I was just like, well, maybe they'll just do PlayStation 5 because, you know, it's a big title. They want people to buy PlayStation 5. I wouldn't put them past them, but they didn't. So cool. But unfortunately, this is the big shoe dropping thing, I guess you can say. Some developer was not getting paid what they should have been paid, according to them, and they decided to leak a good part of The Last of Us Part 2. They leaked a bunch of stuff, lots of cutscenes, lots of plot points. I'm not going to talk about them here because, quite frankly, I don't even know what they are, and I'm not going to go look at it either because, like, I want to enjoy this game. However, people's reactions on Twitter were not the greatest. Not at all. Like, I saw one photo put, looks like the new Last of Us written by these guys, and it was a picture of the writers of Game of Thrones season, whatever that season was, I don't remember. And it's like, yikes, that's not a good sign at all. Like, I wonder how, and like, again, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Obviously, they can't change anything story-wise at all. It'd be very hard to do. They would have to get all those actors and actresses back into a room in motion capture suits to get it all. I mean, it would be, I feel like whatever story has been written is final. It's done. This is it. There's no going back. So I am wondering if, obviously I'm going to get it. Obviously I'm going to play it. And it's going to suck because, like, I feel like I'm going to be playing it with this idea that I'm not going to be happy. And that is just another fantastic thing to happen. Like, seriously. Okay, so I'm a huge fan, or was a huge fan, of Game of Thrones. I guess I still am. I really didn't think, like, the first 4 or 5 seasons were peak TV there. But after that, it just kind of crumbled. Big Game of Thrones fan, big Star Wars fan, obviously big Last of Us fan. But yeah, it's just like, it seems like all the things that you really enjoy in life, you really like, all entertainment, I guess, you want to, like, I guess Marvel is the exception here. But it just all ends so poorly, so very poorly. Like, the Star Wars Rise of Skywalker went into like an hour-long rant of why that is a shit fucking clusterfuck of a movie. I mean, granted, I might be overplaying how awful it was, but it did not feel like it should have been. Like, it should have been better than what it was. It felt like, like it just wasn't there. And the same exact thing with, very much so, the very exact same with Game of Thrones. That fucking season was awful. Super fucking terrible season that was. Oh my God. And it's just like, you invest a lot of time in these things. You want to enjoy them. They bring you closer to people. It almost like creates a little, I guess, community, if you want to say. And then they, writers or whoever, studio, whatever, doesn't matter, comes in like, I'm gonna fuck this up, and they ruin it. And it honestly really destroys whatever community that was there. I mean, look at Game of Thrones, pop culture icon, not a fucking thing now, not anything. It's not referenced. It's so, that's how bad the season was. It left it shattered, it disintegrated, just gone, eliminated. Whole thing's just fucking gone, man. Like, the subreddit even was popping at one point and is now not. Obviously, Free Folk is, and all they do is make fun of the Game of Thrones writers. That's all they do, and it's sad. I keep saying that this time. It's really disappointing to see. And like, obviously, Star Wars is to a lesser extent as severe, because there are a lot of people who still enjoyed Rise of Skywalker, and good for them. I'm happy that they can enjoy something that I couldn't, because like, I wanted to go into that movie and feel alive again, feel like I'm watching a Star Wars movie, but it didn't happen at all for me. It was just like, it sucks. It really fucking sucked, because damn, it's been part of my life for so long, and I couldn't enjoy the last one, and I was like, oh. And then Last of Us, here we are once again. You enjoy something and it affects you in a deep, sentimental way, and from the looks of things, from what people are saying, again, no major plot points being discussed here, it just does not look good. It just does not look good. The initial review reactions of the leaks, not looking too promising. But let's talk about the leaks. Let's talk about how stupid this guy is for doing it. Now, don't get me wrong. I am pretty sure the developers of all video game studios, animations, whatever, they were probably all treated very, very poorly, because that's just the way it is. I guess that's the way it is for now. I mean, all of them. I mean, look at Fortnite, for example. There was a whole slew of articles talking about how mistreated they were, how mistreated the animators and developers were. I mean, there was always this crunch time. And like, I don't even know the first thing about making a video game. I'll be honest, I don't know anything about motion capture. I don't know anything. But I do know a little bit about filmmaking, and I can tell you, yeah, crunch time is always there. It's always prevalent. And no matter how hard you work, you always feel underappreciated. And it sucks. But at the same time, what he did was the wrong way of doing things. You don't just leak out a bunch of shit because you're unhappy. And you know what? Maybe it was his breaking point. I'm not saying to do this at all. It's probably the wrong play, because he is never going to work in a media industry ever again. He can't be trusted. He ruined his own reliability. Sorry. He ruined it for himself by leaking out this game because he was unhappy. Now, obviously, there is a correct way of doing things, and that's obviously go through the ranks here at Naughty Dog, but maybe he tried doing that and it still didn't happen, had no effect, and he's like, fuck it, we're gonna leak this son of a bitch, and then he did it, and then it was done. But you don't, maybe, I don't know, it's a tough spot, because I haven't been there myself yet, but I don't think I could do it, because like, he's ruined every avenue, every path from here on out if he wants to remain in this industry. Now, if the experience is bad enough, he might also be saying, fuck it, I don't want to be part of this industry anymore. Here's everything, here's the game, basically, I'm out. And that's very much a possibility, but I don't think he should have done it. I don't think so. No, it's not like he was leaking incriminating evidence or anything like that. He was just leaking the game, leaking important things, and it basically all it did was force Naughty Dog and Sony Entertainment to release Last of Us Part 2, because the same day the leaks came out, the fucking new announcement date also comes out after a few weeks ago. It was said it was delayed indefinitely. Yeah, right. So it's obvious Sony and Naughty Dog are knee-jerk reacting to this, and I don't know, like, I feel like they shouldn't have done it, but I understand why they did it. Obviously, the leaks are out, and one or two things are happening. One, leaks are out, so might as well just drop the game. Or two, the leaks are out and they're all wrong. People might not buy the game now. I feel like those two are it, but you know, at the same time, the fact that like they didn't a few weeks ago, they announced indefinite delay, and now they're saying here's a date, and we might stick to it, and that date is in no way a probable length of time for anything new to happen in the game. For anything new, obviously they'll polish it up, they'll fix bugs up until that point, from here until that point, but any major story plot, story development, characters, dialogue, probably even, that's all there. That's all going to stay. And, you know, what do you expect them to do? You expect them to redo the whole game because of one little leak? Nah. But most of the time, I feel like most of these leaks are probably true. It might not hit right with a lot of fans at all, but I'm still willing to play it because who knows? Maybe, again, like he didn't leak the whole game. He leaked plot points, which can be filled in by people who have not played the game, who can make really good connections, really strong, concrete connections between plot point to plot point and fill in the missing gaps. But at the same time, it's not the final version. It can take a very different form come June. Who knows? Obviously, Naughty Dog and Sony Entertainment knows, but players don't know what's happening yet. We have very strong rumors, but that's about it. I wouldn't really hold these rumors with much. As they say, take it with a grain of salt. So that is what I'm going to do with these rumors. Oh, and I so very loved. I remember a couple weeks ago, maybe it was last podcast. I don't really remember. But anyways, a couple weeks ago, I was talking about how, you know, begging for viewers or subscriptions on Twitch, and sure as shit, a streamer actually did it. I forget her name. Doesn't matter. Not important. But she actually got on her stream, which is, again, she actually got on her stream, as she does, and was complaining about not receiving subscriptions and money because high views and not seeing, she had a high viewership but wasn't seeing, you know, that being reflected in the subscriptions or donations. So she was complaining very vocally about, if you don't have $10 to spare or whatever subscription cost is, you shouldn't be watching. Very, very entitled. And her whole manner about it, she seemed so very entitled, like almost like she deserved it in a weird sort of way. Like she was in disbelief that she didn't get the money, your money, basically. And people did not take kindly to it at all. And they lit her up. And then she came out with an apology, which the apology fucking sucked. Oh, it was bad. It was very, I don't want to say it was obviously rehearsed, obviously, but at the same time, it felt just so insincere. That's the whole thing about it. I don't even watch her. Don't even know who she is. But still, it just kind of like, yeah, you talk about something and then you actually see it happen. I don't want to say it made me feel good. I wouldn't say it felt bad, but I don't think people who you know, don't feel bad if you can't donate or buy a subscription or whatever to a stream you like. Just I guarantee you most of them are just happy for your time. Hell, I'm happy for your time, at least. It just it's so bad. Having that message for any streamer, whether you're just starting out or not, is gonna make that person feel like they have to, like, you know, say something like that or feel that way. Like you have a high viewership, but you don't have enough subscriptions, or you're not getting a lot of donations, so your viewership is worthless. And it's not true at all. Very much not true at all. And, you know, like, it was just annoying because, like, she's going to be fine. She's going to be fine after all this. She's not going to take one little hit at all. She's going to come out on top, actually. Her viewers and donations and subscriptions might even be higher because of the controversy. And it kind of sucks for for a lot of other people out there who I don't want to say play by the rules, but who are nice and respectful and talk to the chat like they're actual human beings and don't treat them like trash like this person did. But you know, what are you gonna do? You know, people are the way they are, and she needs to go away. She needs to go. Why are people the way they are sometimes? Not even that, but like I said, she's going to come out fine. She's going to be better. And a lot of other people are going to be out there struggling to make it on this platform, which is why I am here on this great podcast where I talk about me and my issues and my, I don't know. I wouldn't say issues. Oh, yeah, no, definitely issues. Definitely mental issues got going on nowadays. Definitely sucks. It's like you think you're doing right, you think you're doing well, and it's just no. Brain's like, no, you're doing awful. You feel awful. You should feel bad for being, for surviving, I guess, this pandemic. And it definitely sucks right now. Definitely sucks. Eventually it'll get better, but shit, today in my home state, we had like 963 new positive cases, and we're also thinking about opening up Friday, or last day of the quarantine, or whatever. Stay home order will be Friday. And for the past couple days, we've been seeing record high positive cases. It's like, so how are we feeling about that opening, boys? Are we still gonna do it? And I'm guessing no, but at the same time, I feel like I don't want to say we have to, because we don't. We really shouldn't. And oh my God, people are already saying stupid shit. So much stupid shit. Hang on a second. I'll be right back. My sweet potatoes are done, so I go turn off my oven. Hold tight. As I was saying, people were saying some of the dumbest shit ever. Like, oh my, like, it's almost a lack of empathy. It's very much, very, very, very much a lack of empathy. Like, some people are like, you know, a few thousand people gotta die. Yeah, so be it. We gotta save the economy. That's the thing too. Like, what economy are we trying to save? Like, what are we actually trying to save here? Because, like, one little coronavirus boy comes in and wrecks the whole fucking thing. That's not a very strong economy, if you ask me. That's a very weak economy. It's a fragile economy that can die and disintegrate into nothing in no time. And here we are trying to stabilize that. And it just doesn't make a lick of sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to me. I feel like I don't want the whole thing to come crashing and burning, but holy shit, we're trying to get back to the way things were. And I don't think it's the play. I'm not an economist. I'm not a politician. I don't know anything what I'm truly talking about, but I got a very strong feeling that the way things were is not the way we should go back to. We should not be going back to that because it's broken. It's very much not the way it should be working. It's broken. It's just flat out fucking broken. And we can't keep going. It's unsustainable. It's just pure as that. I feel like it's just unsustainable. We go back to work Friday. We go and cancel the whole stay-at-home order and do what we've been doing. I know they're planning on the whole, what do they call it? Phasing in stuff and here and there. That might obviously hold off big jumps in numbers from here on out, but I just feel like come August, maybe even July, we're going to be right back to where we are, especially in the United States. Maybe other countries are not going to see that, but especially in the United States, we're going to be back to working at home and being under quarantine because a few people got a little tizzy about not getting a haircut in 5 weeks and they want out. And, it'll be over. It'll be all over. People will be back at home. There'll be another stay-at-home order. Businesses will close again. And I'm wondering if that is more harmful than opening up for a short time. Like you have people opening up and then closing again, opening up and closing again, opening up and closing again. And at a certain point, you can't do that. At a certain point, it can't be done because people are just going to be like, well, it's not helping anything, so why bother? And it will be over. It will be over. I'm like, I don't want it to like absolutely decimate us, but at the same time, at this point, I don't care anymore. I simply cannot fathom to give a shit anymore. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to care. Like, why? There's so many other people out there who feel like they know what they're talking about and feel like they they can defy what scientists say, what medical experts say. And, you know, they want to defy, they want to say they're wrong. It's a conspiracy theory. It's this and that. And then we're right back to where we are, or worse. That's the thing. It could be so much more worse, because whoever's been exposed is going to expose themselves even more so to the general population once the, stay-at-home orders and closures are lifted. Like, can you imagine going to the gym now? Like, I miss the gym. I miss the gym so fucking much. That was so, like, this is the longest I have gone without going to the gym. It's been so long, for 10, maybe even more years. It has been part of my life. And now I can't do it. And it's weird. It's weird. Like, I hate it and I want it back. But at the same time, I don't feel safe going there. I don't want to go to a fucking close facility with people breathing heavy and sweating about. No, thank you. That seems like a place where I will for sure get it. It's just, no. I don't feel safe going to work. It's bad. I just don't. I feel like we're jumping the gun here, and a lot of people who shouldn't have died, who could have lived, are going to die because we're jumping the gun here. And maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I am wrong. But if I'm not wrong and I'm right, that's going to be a really shitty feeling. But I hope the people who empower, who make the decisions here to either lift the orders or restrict, I really hope they survive. I really do. I want them to see the outcome of their decisions. I don't want them scot-free, get off scot-free here. They need to see the outcome of their decisions and how it affected thousands of people. Not just the ones that, you know, might die, but the ones that lost people close to them. I want the people in power to really see that in action, because that's what they deserve. I don't want anything else. I don't think they can go to jail. There will be no, obviously, repercussions for their actions. They're like, oh, I'm sorry, my bad, that's my fault, I'm new. That's exactly how it's gonna play, and they'll keep going. And a lot of people are gonna be in a lot of pain. That's how it's gonna be. I guarantee it. I don't want to promise it, but I got a sinking feeling that even more darker times are ahead here. Maybe, I really hope I'm wrong. I really do, because I don't want to be right about this. I really don't. I'm not saying I'm right all the time by any means, but if I'm ever wrong about something, so very wrong about something, this is it. This is what I want to be wrong about. Because, like, I can't really go anywhere. Like, I know most of my hobby or whatever, Twitch, it's at home, like, whatever. But at the same time, I can't even do that now because my fucking internet isn't working properly, and it's driving me insane. It's certainly driving me insane. I just want to be able to enjoy the things that I was enjoying and keep doing that. And now I can't even do that. So what am I doing? What am I actually doing? I wish I knew. And I can't really do anything else. Like, I said it once, I'll say it again. I really don't have any actual friends here. Don't really have anybody. I obviously have people on Twitch and who I play games with online who I would consider friends, but at the same time, not going to meet them anytime soon, if at all ever. I don't want to cross it off completely, but yeah. So even if things open back up, it's not like I don't think I'll be affected that much. But at the same time, I like going out to eat every once in a while. And I don't know if I'll feel safe going out to eat if those restaurants open back up. I don't remember what the phases are off the top of my head. Who knows how long restaurants will be closed for. They could be in whatever later phase that opens. I know some gyms probably won't open until way later, which really, again, sucks. But at the same time, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. But at the same time, I really want to go. And there is no, I feel like people keep trying to think that we're going to go back to normal. There is no normal anymore. Like that thing that was, March 11th Yeah, March 11th, March 12th, whichever day that was, for at least for Indiana. There is no going back to that. That's gone. That's done for. I feel like even if we open things back up, the social distancing thing, that's going to remain in effect for a good long while. For a very, very good long while. Because for a while, people were saying, oh, it'll get better in the summer because, it's the heat and people move around and this and that. No. Stop that right now. That is not going to happen. It's going to get worse again because obviously it's going to get cold again. Not anytime soon, but it will get cold again. People will be hunkered down. The virus will spread and it's going to get bad. It's going to get bad again come fall. Guarantee. And the worst part is oh my God, this is what's on my mind day in and day out for the past couple of weeks is how bad it could get. And I may be reading a lot of stuff that really confirms what I'm saying and not listening to this stuff. But anyways, yeah. So come fall, it's going to be bad. It's going to be really bad. It's not going to be great at all. It's going to fucking suck. A lot of people are going to be in a lot of pain. But we opened for the summer. And speaking of that, Memorial Day is coming up in fucking May. Oh, that's a big holiday here in the States. It's a big holiday. I don't know. It might be something similar where I don't know. But it's a big traveling holiday for a lot of people. They go camping. They go over houses for barbecues, for get-togethers with friends. A lot of travel. A lot of, coming into close contact with people. It's just shit. Yeah. And then you got July 4th in the States, obviously, which is another big thing. Kind of like Memorial Day, just small or bigger. Memorial Day is like the discount cousin of July. But, even closer than that is Cinco de Mayo, which is somehow a big thing in the States. Don't know how that came to be, but again, a lot of people traveling for that, a lot of people going out, a lot of people having get-togethers, and the whole thing, this whole time that we've had, I hope it's not completely wasted. I hope we flatten the curve where if that's even a thing anymore. I don't even know if it is. Is that even a goal? Did we flatten it? Are we winning? Did we win at all? Was this all for nothing? Who knows? I feel like obviously if we hadn't done anything, it would have been much worse. But at the same time, if we have acted sooner and with stronger restrictions even, it may not have been bad. I mean, shit, New Zealand is talking about the elimination of it, which is fantastic. They're able to control everything because they found out there is a big difference between elimination and not extraction, but something like that. Eradication. There we go. Eradication. So the difference is elimination is being able to maintain and control whatever little cases that pop up here and there, however that may be, 5, 10, whatever. Very small, very controlled. They're able to control it. They're able to quarantine the people, get them treated, and get them out. Piece of cake. Eradication means there's nothing at all of that virus left in that area at all. And it will probably never get to that point. Probably. But at the same time, we aren't anywhere near the levels of what New Zealand is experiencing right now. And that's super low levels of coronavirus. Super well controlled. Not a lot of people, probably nobody dying over there. But here, we got major problems here. We got a lot of people dying in New York. We got a lot of people dying, obviously New York. I can't remember the other places. But a lot of people are saying the South is going to light up real quick, especially Florida and Georgia. And they're already opening up. It's why is it so hard for people to understand the severity of this? I'm tired of hearing it's just like the flu. I'm tired of it. It's not. The flu, we know how it works. We know we have vaccines. We can treat it. We can obviously stay below the curve and treat however many people come into the hospital with the flu. Yes, people die of the flu all the time. I know, but this coronavirus is not like that at all. We can't really treat it. There's no vaccine. Obviously we can treat it to an extent and make people obviously try to fight it in whatever condition they're in, but it's just it's not good. It's not good enough. Like I'm not saying like, you know, what the healthcare workers are doing is not it's not to the best of their ability. It's just, you know, sometimes your best is still not even good enough, and what we have now, it's just not good enough. And like their working conditions are fucking horrific. They don't have the equipment to protect themselves, really. Like sometimes they wear the same mask over and over and over and over again. That thing is saturated with COVID, and it's just they have that on their face constantly. And guess what? That's not the play. But, you know, again, I really hope I'm wrong. I really hope things will be all right come Friday. Things can go, I guess, relatively back to normal. Again, there is no such thing as back to normal after this. There is adapting to circumstances that we find ourselves in. We just have to adapt and move on. I'll be really interested to see what the next few months bring. Hopefully everything will be all right. I hope I'm all right. You never know, though. Shit. Well, I swear, sometimes, you know, there is a definite... You go back and listen to my older podcast, there's a definite steep decline in mood, in vibe, or whatever. I used to be happy, used to be talking about cool shit and tech, and now it's just like, well, a lot of people died. What are we going to talk about today? I guess we can talk, like we talked about Last of Us. We talked about other stuff that was on my mind that was dope, I guess. Not the Twitch streamer, obviously. She can go F right the fuck off. You know, she was awful, toxic person. But yeah, so this week, you know, we're just gonna hopefully be able to stream Division. I love that game. The game's been popping for me. And now, I can't even play. I'm sad. Because my fucking internet is broken. I don't know why I blinked on that. But anyways, guys, so that's going to wrap up this episode. I know it's a little bit shorter than normal ones, but I just didn't have much else to talk about, really, to be honest. But anyway, so if you haven't, please come catch me live right now at twitch.tv/deadlynutterbutter. Hopefully streaming Division 2, because it's popping. It's popping, man. I got some good builds going on. I'm super happy about them. Obviously, we're going to keep building whatever builds we want to build, but I got the Bullet King, which is a exotic gun with 1,000 round magazine, and after every 100 hits, you get 100 rounds back. So it's basically unlimited ammo, and you never ever run out. And it's fantastic. It's a stupid gun, but it's a fun gun at the same time. Like it's one I'm happy to have. It helps, I don't know, spice up the gameplay. Because for a while there, I was running just a DPS build, which was super nice, but at the same time, kind of boring after a bit because it's that good. It's that good of a build that you don't feel like you're being challenged at all. But you know, we got Bullet King, which is kind of fun to play around with. Anyways, guys, yeah. So catch me live right now, twitch.tv/deadlynutterbutter. Thank you so much for listening in on this podcast. Sorry, I'm working on making these a little bit happier, a little bit greater, a little bit grander, and not so, you know, sad, depressing, sad. I will see you all on the stream. Until next episode, bye-bye.